All right, let's talk about one of the most stressful things in the tech world, the cybersecurity interview. We're going to crack the code on it today and turn all that anxiety into a serious advantage for you.
And hey, let's be real for a second. The stakes are high. You've got these intense technical questions, the weird behavioral scenarios. You're trying to prove you're the person they can trust with their most valuable secrets. It's a lot. That stress is totally normal. But it doesn't have to run the show.
Because what we're going to do here is give you a complete toolkit. We're talking a framework, a set of tactics, and yeah, even a secret weapon that's going to help you walk into that interview feeling like you own the place. So let's get right into it. Okay, first things first, your foundation. We're going to use a simple little framework called the hack method. And no, we're not talking about hacking the company. This is all about hacking yourself, getting your own head straight before you even think about the technical stuff.
So hack breaks down into 4 really simple steps: how, analyze, collect, and know. Now, this isn't just some boring checklist. This is about doing a deep dive to figure out what you really want and what you're actually bringing to the table. Let's unpack what each one of these means.
So for H, you gotta ask yourself, how does this job actually fit into my life? Not just tomorrow, but in 1 year, 5 years, 10 years. Then A for analyze, and you have to be brutally honest here. Are you a procrastinator? Are you a night owl? You need to know how your own engine runs. For C, collect, you're gathering intel, not just on the company, but on yourself, on your goals. And finally, K, know. You have to know what success really means to you. Is it the biggest paycheck, or is it being home for dinner with your family? Getting clear on this stuff is a total game changer.
Okay, so once that foundation is solid, it's time to talk tactics. You know, the stuff you'll actually use on game day. These are universal rules, but they are absolutely critical in the world of cybersecurity, where trust is everything.
And it all starts with this one simple idea. The interview doesn't really start when you walk through the door. It starts in your own mind. The things you tell yourself have a direct, powerful impact on how you perform. And you can see the difference right here. It's pretty stark, isn't it? On the left, that's the self-sabotage we all do sometimes. But on the right, that's the pro move. Now look, I know it might feel a little silly to tell yourself this is going to be a great interview, but it works. It fundamentally changes your body language, your tone, everything. And that positive mindset leads right into these 3 golden rules for the big day. First, make eye contact. We're not talking about a creepy stare down, right? Just a genuine connection. It builds trust. Second, smile. A real smile, maybe 3 or 4 times, makes you seem human and approachable. And third, be concise. If you feel yourself starting to ramble, just cut to the chase. Answer the question, then stop talking. And on the flip side, here are the things that are just instant red flags. Never, ever, ever badmouth an old boss. Nobody wants to hire that drama. Also, keep your emotions in check. This is business, not a therapy session. And finally, for the love of all that is holy, do your OSINT. Do your research on the company. Showing up unprepared is a massive sign of disrespect. Okay, deep breath. Let's tackle the part that everyone dreads, the technical questions. We're just going to run through a few common ones to show you how you can think about them and answer them really clearly. Here's a classic. Deny versus drop. What's the real difference? It's all about the feedback. A deny rule basically shouts back, hey, no entry. It lets the sender know a firewall is there. But a drop rule, it's the silent treatment. It just ignores the request completely. So, what's the best practice? You want to drop that incoming traffic so the bad guys don't even get a hint that you're there. How do you explain DNS without putting someone to sleep? Easy. You use this perfect analogy. It's the phone book of the internet. Simple as that. You don't memorize your best friend's phone number, you just look up their name. DNS does the exact same thing, turning a name we can read, like google.com, into a bunch of numbers a computer can actually understand. Here's another one that gets people all tangled up. Just think about it like you're taking your car to the shop. A vulnerability assessment is when the mechanic just plugs in the computer and gets a list of potential error codes. But a pen test? That's when the mechanic actually gets their hands dirty, gets under the hood, and figures out if that error code is a real problem or just a faulty sensor. One finds possibilities, the other confirms reality. So, you've prepped yourself, you've got your tactics down, you've nailed the tech questions. But now we get to the secret weapon. This is the move that makes you completely unforgettable and sets you apart from everybody else. I mean, this is the million-dollar question, right? After all that hard work, how do you make sure you're the one they just can't stop thinking about? The one they have to hire? Well, here's the thing. You flip the script. See, most people just sit there passively. They wait for a question, they answer it, and they wait for the next one. But the candidate who gets the job, they do something totally different.
That's right. You don't just tell them what you could do, you walk in and show them what you will do. You present them with a plan of action. This is such a massive power move.
And here's the exact blueprint. It's not some huge, complicated thing. It's a short, simple 5-slide presentation. Slide 1 shows you've done your homework, and you get their problems. The next 3 lay out your concrete plan for your first 30, 60, and 90 days. And the last slide? That's a quick summary of why you are the perfect person to make that plan happen.
And this is so powerful because, just like expert Ken Underhill says, it changes the whole dynamic of the room. It plants that seed in their minds that you already have the job. You're not just some candidate anymore, you're a colleague, a problem solver who's ready to hit the ground running.
So, there you have it, the whole playbook. You've got the ACT method to prep your mind, the core tactics for the day of, and the secret weapon to absolutely seal the deal. You have everything you need. The only question left is, are you ready to go out there and land that job?